Good evening, and a very warm welcome to you all from sunny Switzerland. My name is Jerome, and I have the pleasure of hosting you this evening. If you've already joined us before for these meditations, we're delighted to have you back. If, however, this is your first time, thank you for joining. There might be some material that you're unfamiliar with. Do not worry at all, we've got you covered. Try and enjoy the meditation, just relax and save your questions. We'll have a Q&A at the end. We will also be popping in the chat a link to the website. So if any of you have missed any of these meditations that we've done as part of these series on Wednesdays and Sundays, you can find all the recordings there, as well as all the brochures and related material. I highly recommend, this is personal, that you also try and meditate in your own time, find some peaceful moments and try on your own. Right, so we have a beautiful meditation for you this evening with some fantastic co-hosts that I'll introduce shortly. On Sunday, we focused on forgiveness. This evening, we're going to go a little bit deeper on the subject. Now, one of the points of really meditating is to become your own master. And the key to do that is going beyond our reactions. Our reactions come from our ego and our conditionings, and this will be the focus of this evening's meditation. We will be starting with a foot soak. So if you have the option, please do prepare a foot soak and Bhakti will lead us through that. If you don't have access to a foot soak, that's no worries at all. Just follow in the meditation. You can always foot soak in your own time. After that, we will have a talk of Shri Mataji, who is the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And out of respect, this is why we have her picture here. From there, we have Advait, who will be performing a beautiful piece of music on his violin. And finally, Roxanne will be leading us through a guided meditation using a candle. Now, we use water, fire, etc., different elements to help us with our meditation, but more on that later. A little bit of housekeeping. If I could just ask you to turn your phones off, we don't want any distractions as we meditate, and also to get comfortable. The key to a good meditation is to be comfortable. You don't want to be feeling your back or your knees, as that will distract you and put thoughts in your mind. Our next session is on Sunday, with the final session of this series on Wednesday next week. From there, we will have a 4-week break when we will start again on Mondays and Wednesdays. But don't worry, I'll bring that up again at the end. I should point out that Sahaja Yoga is always free. Spirituality is not something that you can pay for. If anyone is charging you, that's because it's a business. So just an easy life hack to know what you're getting in for. Right. Without further ado, let me introduce our co-hosts for the evening. Bhakti, Advait, Roxana, if you can please join me. Do you want to maybe say 1 or 2 words about yourselves? Maybe we'll start with you, Bhakti.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bhakti, and I am joining you right now from Berlin. And this is where I live, and I am working in research, and I'm studying biology.
Thanks a lot. Roxanne?
Hi, hello everyone. Good evening. I'm joining from Lille, from the north of France, which is surprisingly sunny as well. I'm really happy to be here again and to be able to take one further step into our inner journey together, all together.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much. Bhakti, over to you.
Thank you, Jerome. So, as Jerome briefly introduced, today we are this meditation concerns with our Agnya Chakra, which is the 6th energy center that lies here on our forehead. If we could please have the slide. Thank you. And as you can see, the 6th energy center, the Agnya Chakra, is quite important because it is one of the last chakras for our Kundalini that she needs to pass through to reach to the top. And one of the many ways this chakra is blocked are by these balloons on our head, which are the ego and the superego. Now, the ego, which is represented here by blue, is your qualities of me, mine, I, myself. And the superego, which is the yellow balloon, are your conditionings and your bad habits. So our goal is to deflate these balloons So this to dissociate ourselves from our own ego, from our own superego, so that the path broadens, so the Agnya Chakra opens and our Kundalini can nicely pass through and reach the top. So now when your Agnya Chakra is opened and cleared, you are beyond your ego and your superego, and you don't react to your outside environment, to triggering circumstances. And you have this inner peace, this silence within yourself, this thoughtlessness. And in addition to that, you also have humility and compassion. Now, as you can see on the slide, your Agnya chakras on your hands are represented by your ring fingers. So if you feel a sensation, a tingling on your left ring finger, that means there is some catch, something blocking your left Agnya chakra. And the left Agnya chakra lies on the right side of your head. This can be a bit confusing because you can see the channels intersect each other and cross over. Similarly, if you have some tingling on your right ring finger, that means your right Agnya is catching, and this lies on the left side of your head. So using our hands, we can identify what is going on with our subtle system and working on it, and we can work on it. So this is maybe something interesting you can keep in mind during meditation and see if you feel something on your fingers. So without further ado, let's start our meditation by raising our Kundalini 3 times and giving ourselves a bandhan. So to raise the Kundalini, we simply raise our left hand along our spine, revolve our right hand around it, and tie 1 knot. And we do this 3 times in total. The second time we tie 2 knots on top, and the third time we tie 3 knots. And then we give a protective shield around ourselves, which we call bandhan, 7 times. And when you're ready, please feel free to put your feet in the foot soak water. And if you don't have any, just make yourself comfortable and you can meditate nevertheless. And let's bring now both our hands towards the water or the ground and close our eyes. And try to slow down our breathing and bring our attention within. Relax your shoulders. And at this moment, we are letting everything go. We are letting everything go into the Mother Earth, into the water. And within ourselves, we can address our Kundalini with full humility. Mother Kundalini, please remove all the blockages in my subtle system. Please remove all excessive emotions and all attachments I have from my past, from my left channel. Mother Kundalini, please remove all of my thoughts and worries about the future. All of the hyperactivity within me. Please remove all these negativities from me. Mother Kundalini, please let me enjoy this present moment. Please let me be a balanced person. We can now bring our left hand back on our lap, and our right hand goes on our heart. And here we say, Mother Kundalini, I am not this mind, I am not this body, I am the spirit, I am my true self. Mother Kundalini, I am not my thoughts, I am my true self. We can now bring our right hand on our Agnya Chakra, on our forehead. And one of the qualities of this energy center, of this chakra, is forgiveness. So without thinking of a particular person or situation, we can simply affirm, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone, and most importantly, I forgive myself. And we can bring our right hand back on our lap. So now let's take our right hand and raise our Kundalini with it slowly. So we simply move it along our spine. That is our central channel. And bring our Kundalini up to the top of our head, the crown chakra, the Sahasrara chakra. And then we can leave our attention up there. And let's do this 2 more times. So from the base of our spine, we go slowly up, raising our Kundalini to the Sahasrara chakra, to the crown chakra. And one more time. So once we're ready, we can rinse our feet with the water we have and just keep the foot soak on the side. You can discard it later. And just sit in meditation for 1 or 2 minutes and try to not involve yourself with your thoughts. And we can now listen to a talk of Shri Mataji.
Because if you are doing something, you always feel, I am doing it. Even if you say, no, I leave it at the feet of Lord, it's not so. Only after realization it happens. After realization, you don't say that I'm doing it. It just works out this way. Oh, it's working, it's going. They talk in third person, as if something else is doing it. We are just as mediums or some sort of a instrument in between. And it's working, it's not doing, it's not happening. So, after realization, the karma becomes a karma, means non-action. That you don't think you are doing anything, it just works. And that's why this Kriya Yoga is against Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is a Kriya, where there is no action. Just you think it's happening, it's there. You see it, you are a witness of the whole thing. So here what happens, that when the Kundalini rises, when she goes to the Agnya Chakra, which represents, as you say, the third eye, whatever you may call it, it is between the optic chiasma, and it looks after the pituitary and the pineal body. And as a result, we have developed two institutions called ego and superego. The ego is the one which tells us, I have done it, I am doing this. Both these institutions are sucked in by the enlightenment of this center. And that's how the thing opens out. And all your karmas are sucked in. So there's no problem of karmas. Only human beings think that they are doing karmas. Animals don't. They have no sense of sin or anything. They are completely under the bondage of God. So in Sanskrit they are called as pashu, means under the bondage. But we are the ones who have got freedom. That's why we think that we have done this and we have done that. We should not do this, we should not do that. But when the Kundalini rises and she awakens the center, then both these things are sucked in. And when they are sucked in, then you do not do any karmas anymore. You just are in a karma. You do everything. I mean, I travel, such a lot, and I have a family, and everything is there. But it's just happening. I'm just seeing it. I'm not doing anything as such. So when you are also awakened, there's no obligation. It's just happening. It is so. Is here where we should understand this center is bestowed upon by the great life of Christ. Christ is there. And they said that he died for our sins, died for our karmas, is a fact. Because when he is awakened, these two institutions are pulled inside. And you get your Kundalini out there. It opens out. And this bone, which has been calcified, opens out. And the Kundalini pierces through. And this is what it is that he died for our sins. But still the theory is extended that we must suffer. Why should we suffer? He has suffered for us already. And is already written by Thomas, who was traveling to India via Egypt, where he wrote the treatise, and he said that why should we suffer? Christ has already suffered for us. And he's talked everything about Sahaja Yoga. He said it is an experience of self-realization and everything. And that book now is out in England. After 48 years, they could decode the whole thing, which was found about 48 years back in Egypt. And is out now, and is beautiful. Gnostics is the name of the book. But is not so much appreciated by some of the people because it challenges the theories of sufferings and confessions and all this nonsense. You cannot awaken yourself. You see, you have to have one enlightened candle to enlighten another candle. This candle, which is not enlightened, cannot enlighten itself. But there's no obligation. But you can correct. Once it is awakened, you can correct it, you can develop it. First, only few hair-like strands of this energy come up and open the fontanelle bone area. And then this flow of Ru starts flowing on you, and it relaxes more of the centers, so more of these strands start coming up. So you can develop it at your will by understanding it, but you cannot enlighten yourself by yourself. All other meditations are artificial. You are in meditation when you are in such. Unless and until Kundalini is awakened and you are one with the divine power, still thinking all the time. How can you stop thinking? There is one thought that rises and another thought that falls off. Again another thought comes up and it falls off. It goes on like this, and we are dancing on the cusp of these thoughts. In between the thought there is a little space called as Vilamba, is the present. Either we are in the past or in the future. But that is only possible when the Kundalini comes up, then these thoughts become more lean and there's a bigger space left and you remain in thoughtless awareness. And that is how it works out. That's in a meditative mood you are all the time. You don't have to meditate because you are in thoughtless awareness. As soon as you see something extremely beautiful, extremely joy-giving, or a personality who is a realized soul, or anything that's so righteous and good, immediately become thoughtless. Immediately. It happens. You don't have to do it. Don't have to be in meditation, you just become. I've seen these days there are many children who are born, who are realized souls. And just I've seen them sitting before me, just sitting, not moving, nothing, just in meditation. Your pupils dilate and you start feeling the cool breeze in your hand. Even if you meet someone, it happens. If he's a realized soul. It has transformed so many people instantly, so many. Majority people get transformed immediately. Some people do take time, I must say. But transformation, the degree of transformation may vary from time to time. For example, in a place like London, where there are all hard nuts, I must tell you. Very nice people, you see, very scholarly, and coming from Cambridge and from Oxford and this and that. Very skeptical. Doesn't matter. These people had taken to drugs. Imagine, very well educated. Some professors, some doctors had taken to drugs and were alcoholics. Absolutely, they were lost people, I would say. And when they got their realization, overnight, they gave up. Drinking, alcoholism. I was amazed at their own depths, the way they touched their own depth, just gave up. Yes, people start judging others because they don't know themselves. Once you know yourself, start judging yourself first of all. This is the last judgment, where you judge yourself. It's written in the Quran that your hands will speak and they will give witness against you. And you get frightened about yourself, oh God, I've got this. And like the other day somebody came, Mother, please solve my problem. I said, what has happened? My Agnya is horrible. It means I am very egoistical. So the attention goes to yourself and you start correcting yourself and you look at the good points of others. And if somebody says to you that such a chakra is catching, you thank that person, you are happy. Because his interest is benevolence. He is not trying to judge you, but his benevolence, if he finds it. But normally you find yourself about yourself, there's no need to talk about it. Just find out yourself. Some people say it's very difficult to forgive. But if you forgive or don't forgive, it's a myth. What do? Nothing. But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands. So at this moment, just say, just in general, not to remember all of them, who have troubled you or have made you miserable or made you unhappy. Just say, I forgive every one of them. That's all. These two conditions you have to follow, which is very simple. It's just to say in your heart that I am not guilty at all and that I forgive everyone.
So we can just try and maintain the silence, keeping both our hands open on our lap. If we're able to silence our thoughts, we can close our eyes. If we still have thoughts coming, we can look at the red dot on Shri Mataji's forehead. And now we'll have a piece of music played by Advait. And music has a particular impact on our chakras, on our energy centers. And so he'll be playing one for our Agnya Chakra. So we can just try and meditate in silence and enjoy the music.
Thank you very much for this beautiful meditative music, Advait. I'm sure that if we close our eyes, we can feel its effect on our subtle system. It has indeed come to remove one layer of tension tonight. And now for the second part of the meditation, we will go even deeper into clearing the sixth center, the Agnya Chakra, into balancing it and trying to open this narrow gate so that our Kundalini can pass and go up to the Sahasrara and then lead us into meditation. So first, we will try to deflate our superego and the ego, the two balloons as we call them, the centers here and here. And the superego is actually on the right side of the head, on the right temple, because the left channel goes like this, just goes up, and then it crosses to the right side at the optic chiasma. So we can already place our right hand on the superego, press it gently, And for the ego, it's placed on the other side, of course. It's placed on the left side of the head because it's the same thing. The right channel goes up and then crosses on the left side. And I'll just let you close your eyes and try to feel these two centers. Maybe one of them, one side of the head is warmer, hotter than the other. Maybe they're both warm or cool. We'll just observe and press gently. We now know where they're located. And first we're going to chant, we're going to say some affirmations, or we can chant them together, which will help balance these two centers. As I said, deflate the two balloons. If we can please have the slide. You see here on the slide we have Ham, which is for the superego, and Ksham for the ego. And Ham is the affirmation for the superego because the superego often blocks when we think less of ourselves, when we have false conditionings or maybe ideas from our background, our education, everything that makes us feel less, maybe less good than the others, unworthy, makes us feel inferior, whatever we might have or hold against each other. And on the ego side, we will forgive. We will say, I forgive, so Ksham, because the ego inflates when we think too much of ourselves, or maybe simply think that we're always in control, that we are the ones who are doing everything, that we can control everything, and the need to control our life, control others, control the outcome. So the ego often makes us be less humble, lack humility, even if we don't notice it. So as I said, we're going to chant this too. If you feel it difficult to concentrate on one side and then the other, you can simply press on both sides gently at the same time. But if you want to do it as me, I'll try to press on the superego, so the right side of the hand, by saying Ham, and press on the left side of the head, so the ego, when I say Ksham. And here we go. If you can close your eyes, place your attention here on the two centers, and we'll say Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham. We'll try to feel the effect of these affirmations on the two centers. We'll try to notice. And if your hands are not tired, I'll ask you to keep them there, placed on the ego and on the superego, and we'll come help even more with more affirmations. We'll start with the ego. And for the ego, we can simply say, Mother Kundalini, I surrender to you. I surrender to you all my thoughts and all the need to control. I surrender to you whatever makes me lack humility. Mother Kundalini, please help me recognize my arrogance. And please remove this arrogance. We can also simply affirm, I do not do anything. I am not in charge and I surrender. Mother Kundalini, please show me how to surrender. And we'll now say affirmations for the superego, still pressing gently. And here we can say, Mother Kundalini, please remove all limiting beliefs and all doubts. Please remove all feeling of inferiority, all belief that I'm not good enough, and all need to compare myself to others. Mother Kundalini, please help me see my own value. And we'll keep our attention here. Try to observe the effect of these affirmations. And if there's one affirmation which is really talking to you, which is really good for your situation right now, maybe you can just keep on repeating it. You know, place our hands on our lap. We'll keep our attention on the sixth center, on the Agnya. And we're gonna come with the right hand and place it on the forehead, on the front Agnya. We can also tilt the head slightly and let the forehead fall into the hand. The right hand will come, cleanse it, support it, sustain it. And here for the front Agnya, as mentioned by Bhakti, we have the quality of forgiveness. We first need to learn how to forgive and accept to forgive. And we can say, I forgive everyone and everything. I forgive everything that has been done to me. I forgive my past and my past errors. And I know that I have always done my best and I'm striving to improve every day. I forgive myself completely. And if these affirmations make you react, then maybe just ask to your own mother energy, Mother Kundalini, please show me how to forgive. Please teach me how to forgive. I forgive. And we can now massage our sixth center. We can either massage it with a ring finger, simply there where the so-called third eye is located. You can massage it gently, always gently when you work on yourself. We don't need to punish ourselves for anything. We try to forgive ourselves. And we can come and massage the forehead with the right hand. You can try to remove what's left. If there's any blockage left, we'll try to remove it gently. And if there are thoughts left, we try to remove them gently as well. And try to remove the tension, release our muscles. And we can ask Mother Kundalini, please remove all these tensions. Please remove all this inner noise, all these thoughts. Mother, please soothe all the nerves of my brain. And we might feel the forehead lighter. We'll stay here a bit. Try to keep our attention on the sixth chakra. Try to take a few deep breaths in and deep breaths out. And we can do now one more technique for the sixth center. As Jerome has said it at the beginning of the session, we will need a candle. So if you have a candle next to you, please grab it. You can light it up. And my candle is like this, but if you have a smaller candle, that's fine. You can have a tea light as well. The most important thing is the light. We will be working with the light because, as Shri Mataji says, the light will come, open up the sixth center, cleanse it, remove all the darkness. And you know the technique for the left side, you might know it already, where we simply move the candle up on the left channel, up until the superego or the back agya, but that's not what we will be doing tonight. Tonight we will simply cleanse the front agya, and for that we will place it a few good centimeters in front of our agya, the sixth center, and we will look at Shri Mataji's bindi. For the people who do not have a candle, it's okay, you can just see how this is done and you can do it at a later time, or you can simply follow the rest of this technique, because we will be looking through the light of the candle to Shri Mataji's bindi. And the bindi is, you might know this, the red dots on Shri Mataji's forehead, which is actually done with kumkum powder, and it has a cooling effect. And you see that Shri Mataji has a slightly bigger bindi than other ladies, Indian ladies maybe, and that's because she wants us to cleanse our Agnya Chakra, to cool it down, and to simply stop or remove the thoughts. So we'll be doing this together. We will simply look at the bindi through the light. If you feel any tension, feel free to move your hand a bit, not too close to the forehead preferably, but simply something that's relaxing for you, because we will be doing this for a few moments. We'll just steady our eyes. Don't forget to breathe. We can now place our candle aside and take a few more moments and just look at Shri Mataji's bindi. We'll observe our attention and our thoughts. If there are any thoughts coming, we'll simply let them go. We will not attach to them. We can now close our eyes. Take a moment to observe our state, our subtle system. If you have the habit, we can just place the attention on our two hands. We can raise them a bit without judging what we feel. We simply observe and let the Kundalini express herself through our chakras, through our hands. And with this steady attention, we will raise our Kundalini from the Muladhara, from the first chakra up until the Sahasrara, the seventh chakra, the fontanelle bone area. And we will do this gesture 3 times, very slowly, gently. with all our desire to grow and to activate our mother energy even more, to help her rise and connect us into meditation. You can follow your own rhythm, do it gently, placing your attention, if possible, on the chakras, Muladhara, and so on, until the seventh one. And when we reach the Sahasrara, the top of the head, we can gently press it, as if we were placing the Kundalini there, showing her where to be steady, which center to come and nourish. I will do this gesture 2 more times, starting with the first chakra. And we place the hand again on the Sahasrara. And the third time. Feel the vibrations pulling you up towards the sky. And again we will come and touch the Sahasrara. We can massage it gently in the clockwise direction. And we'll keep our attention there. We can say, Mother Kundalini, please establish my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please establish my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please establish my connection to my true self. And we can keep massaging. We'll keep our attention there. On the Sahasrara, we can now place our right hand back on the lap. And we will allow the inner silence to settle in for a few moments. If any thoughts disturb you, simply come and press again gently on the Sahasrara. And say, I forgive. I forgive these thoughts. We'll stay a few more moments in silent meditation. And just before ending the meditation, if you feel so, you can check the state of the chakras on your palms. Simply observe the effect of the meditation tonight. And we can now slowly conclude the meditation by raising our Kundalini and then giving ourselves the protective bandans. For the Kundalini, we will raise the Kundalini 3 times, 1 time per energy channel. And we'll tie the knot above our head. We'll do these movements gently, again with all our attention and all our desire for the Kundalini to stay there, beyond the mind, in this peaceful state as long as possible tonight, and maybe tomorrow. And we will now do the bandans, 1 per energy center. So 7 bandans. We'll start on the left side, right side, and then back. That's a bandan. And the right hand goes above the Sahasrara. We'll try to protect ourselves, our energy, our aura, if you wish. And we can place both hands together and thank our Mother Kundalini for this nice meditative experience tonight. And I thank you for joining us, for taking the time.
Thank you very much for that lovely meditation, Roxana. I hope all of you who have joined us were able to feel that moment of silence, thoughtless awareness, and being in the present, Vilamba, as Shri Mataji described it. So thank you very much for taking 1 hour out of your evening to join us. A few little bit that I would like to mention. Our next meditation will be on Sunday, where we will focus on the final energy center, which is the Sahasrara. And this is really the center of integration. You will note that over these meditation sessions that we've been going through, We've been going from each chakra. So starting with the Muladhara, which is at the base of our spine, where the qualities are innocence, chastity, wisdom, and so on. And it is also the support of our Kundalini, which resides above that in our sacrum bone. Then, so the Kundalini, of course, the second energy center, the Swadhisthana, which is about creativity. It's also for pure knowledge, pure attention. From there, the Nabi, which was related to our satisfaction, inner peace. Moving on to the heart, love, security, the spirit, which is on the left heart, which is this reflection of this all-pervading energy within us. The fifth energy center, the Vishuddhi, which is about diplomacy, the sweetness with which we speak, the joy we can give to others through our words, of course, with the aspect of guilt on the left side, and certain things that we should avoid, like sarcasm on the right side. And of course, the Agya, the focus of today's meditation, and last meditation, so the forgiveness, the ego and the conditionings, and then finally on Sunday, the Sahasrara. So I do hope you can join us for that. If you do have any questions, do not worry. If English is not your mother tongue, we have a fantastic group of admins here who have set up multiple breakout rooms in all different languages. So please do not hesitate to ask your questions. As you can see on here, the next meditation is on Sunday. From there, we'll have our last one, which is on Wednesday next week. After that, we'll have a 4-week break, and we'll take up again on July 23rd. We will move then to doing it on Mondays and Wednesdays for 4 weeks. It's always using the same Zoom link, so please do hang on to it. We also have a WhatsApp group that you can join, so the link will be there as well. All the materials from all the programs that we have done are available on the website, so either the QR code or you can click on the link in the chat. What I would strongly recommend is try this at home. Take this as an experiment. Meditate every day for a week, 2 weeks, and see how you feel at the end. If you don't feel anything, then that's fine. But if you do feel something, be honest with yourself and explore it. Enjoy your meditation. It's a joyful experience. So have a go, foot soaking at home if you haven't had the chance yet. That would be my recommendation of today. This meditation was really helpful for me, for example. I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of mental activity. What am I going to eat for dinner? What do I have to do for work tomorrow? What am I doing this weekend? And so on. So just taking that moment every day to sit in silence and meditate is something that really helps me. So use the Q&A if you have any questions. Or you can just ask them. I'm going to invite Bhakti, Roxana, and Advait to join me again. If you have any questions for us, please do ask them. If you feel shy or if you would prefer to ask in a different language, you can always do so in the breakout rooms. Thank you once again, and look forward to supporting you as best as we can. So let me just have a look at the chat. I actually need to put my glasses on. Look at that. Thoughtless awareness, no questions. This is a great thing. If you would like a buddy or a mentor for some one-on-one guidance as you meditate, you can also just ask, just put a little message in the chat, or there's even a link that says request a mentor. It's like when you join a new company, it always helps when you have a buddy to help you answer any questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So yeah, don't be shy. My lighting's not so great. I apologize. You'd think with COVID I would have got it down, but I see some of you are going to the breakout rooms. Maybe Bhakti, Roxana, Advait, do you want to share a little bit about how you or what you do in everyday practice and everyday meditation to help silence your thoughts?
I'll go first. What helps me enormously is putting my attention on nature. I'm lucky because I have a little park nearby, so I just try to pass through the park or go for a walk, and then I try to observe the nature simply, the grass, whatever I see, the grass, the flowers, the plants, the trees, and that just cleanses my Agnya. And Shri Mataji said that the nature, even the animals, they don't have an ego, so that helps us cleanse our ego as well and calm down our thoughts. So if you can do that maybe for 10 minutes a day, wherever you are. I know that if you're in a city, maybe you don't have access to a park, but just simply go outside and see whatever you can find, like a little plant, something like that, and just observe it, stay with it, stay in the present moment, and it will just really clear your Agnya.
I'll be happy to share as well. What I personally find very helpful is the ice pack treatment to calm down your thoughts. So that's basically like there's an ice pack and you put the ice pack on your liver, and this has helped me a lot to just go into that calmness, to just get rid of your thoughts. And as you said, Roxana, the nature. So I have this experience. There's a small river nearby, and I just go there when the weather is nice and when the water is not that cold. I just put my legs into the river, and it's just the nature that kind of clears your thoughts. And it's also sometimes music when I'm playing, then it's just the thoughtless state that I experience. So yeah, I would say these are all the techniques that help me a lot.
And I think that's fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm not a musician, but certainly listening to music is something that
Please,
helps me calm my
definitely.
thoughts. And maybe just as a reminder to those joining us, as we saw with the left channel, the right channel, one is linked to the sun, the heat, the right side, and the future. The left side is linked to the past, the moon, and its cooling. And this is why Advait was mentioning using the cool, either ice on the liver or a cold river, to work on the right side to calm our thoughts and bring us back into balance. Bhakti, would you have anything else to add to that?
No, I mean it's they really spoke my thoughts, ironically. But what I could add on is over time with meditation, because you experience the calm and the thoughtlessness, it becomes easier to identify when your attention is not on the right thing, or when you're going down the rabbit hole of overthinking. So meditation really helped me to identify this road that I'm heading down on regarding overthinking and the attention, and then to click out of it and employ the techniques that Roxanne and Advait mentioned, be it foot soaking, which we did, or ice pack on the right Svadhisthana.
Oh, you're unfortunately on mute. But I think that makes a lot of sense, Bhakti, obviously, as a scientist yourself, using then Sahaja Yoga to self-diagnose the state that you're in and reach balance. So if there are no questions, I think we'll call it an evening. Feel free to stay in the breakout rooms if you need. Thank you all so much for joining, and we look forward very much to seeing you on Sunday. Have a lovely evening and a great continuation of your week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.